Jack Athletics would like to thank these select corporate sponsors for their continuing support of all 16 athletic programs here at MSU. Universal Awards, Fox Rent-A-Car, Sign Pro, M Athletic Medicine and Performance, Home 2 Suites, Hilton Garden Inn, everything is better at the garden, Western Security Bank, Jefferson Lions, D-Bat of Billings, and Perkins. Thanks to these and all our generous corporate partners. For information on how your company can get involved with Yellow Jacket Athletics, visit the corporate partners page on MSUBsports.com.
Thank you.
cars legally during each home MSU athletics event. Please do not park in a tow-away zone or other restricted area. Illegally parked cars will be ticketed or towed. You may park free of charge in our parking garage and walk through the tunnel under 27th Street. Thank you. Tonight's game is governed by the rules and regulations of the NCAA and the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, Montana State University Billings, the Great Northwest Athletic Conference, and the NCAA all promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. We encourage you to cheer for your favorite team, but please do so without directing negative personal remarks against the opposing team. The use or consumption of alcohol or tobacco products is strictly prohibited. Thank you for your good sportsmanship.
I make money when I talk.
Good evening and welcome to Altero's Gym on the beautiful campus of Montana State University Billings. Tonight's game features the Rocky Mountain College Batman Bears versus your own MSU Yellow Jackets. Will you please give a warm welcome to the athletes of the Billings Special Olympics joining us here tonight. This time we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and face the flag as we honor America in the playing of the national anthem. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Rocky Mountain College Batman Bears. 5'7" senior guard number 11, Chloe Thatcher. 5'7" sophomore guard number 13, Kai Buell. 5'5" sophomore guard.
Hello everybody and welcome to Thursday night college basketball here at Altero's Gymnasium on the campus of MSU Billings. Special one tonight as it's another crosstown showdown between the Yellow Jackets and the Batman Bears over at Rocky Mountain College. They've already played once this season early on, and MSUB took that one by 9. So this one, in fact, if Kevin Wooden wins this one, as we're into the starting lineups now, this will be his 300th career win here at MSU Billings. Let's listen now to their starting lineup.
Senior forward from Hamilton, Montana, number 15, Marianne Dunball. 5'11" sophomore forward from Winnipeg, Montana, number 30, Eleni
So there you go. Take two tonight between the Battling Bears and the Yellow Jackets here at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Fans still filing in as we are now just moments from tip-off. Some final words from Kevin Wooden to his starting five. Again, if he wins tonight, it's career win number 300 for Wooden, who's now in his 19th season here at MSU Billings. Of course, he's the winningest head coach of all time in any sport on this campus, Kevin Wooden. Meantime, Wes Keller on the other side, now in his 8th season in charge of Rocky Mountain College, and the Battling Bears are coming off their best historical season with that run to the fabulous Elite Eight just a year ago. Rocky controls the tip, and here come the Battling Bears looking for the first score of tonight's game as they swing it around the horn. Inside, nowhere to go. They'll pop it back out. Mackenzie Detman with it now. Defended by Deani Boyce. Now it's Nelson on Chloe Thatcher. Thatcher driving to the basket. Quick jump step, and no good. Off the mark there as we head the other way as Nelson brings it up. Jackets now in their half-court offense. Boyce with it to Carrie Ann Kunkel. She's their leading scorer. Deani Boyce right behind her. They're both averaging 11-12 points a game right in that area. Boyce spinning. Reckless layup, no good. Shot clock won't reset because it didn't hit rim, but it didn't have to. Boyce rallies back with a three, and it's a quick 3-0 Yellow Jacket lead. Want to let you know the score bar tonight not working, so bear with us. The technical crew doing its best tonight to take care of us. You should see a scoreboard at points throughout the game, if not throughout the entirety, just not that bottom score across the bottom half of your screen. So Rocky back with the basketball now, inside 20 seconds on the shot clock. Thatcher outside. Kai Buell, now Thatcher again. Defended by Nelson. Double teamed inside, almost tipped away by Carrie Ann Kunkel. Drive to the basket, that one's poked away, and they'll say Yellow Jacket basketball. Buell trying to make her way to the rim, but tipped away. Actually, it must have bounced off her knee. And possession, Yellow Jackets. Courtney Nelson takes her time up court. First quarter here at Alterowitz Gymnasium in a crosstown battle between MSU Billings and Rocky Mountain College. Again, they played about a month ago. MSUB took the opener over at Rocky by 9. Rebound to the Yellow Jackets, ripped away for a moment. Aspen Giese comes up with it to Kunkel. Driving inside, tough shot, no. Natalie Andreas with the rebound, put back. It was no good, but she'll go to the free throw line for two. Foul was on Stevens there, Dominic Stevens. That'll be her first, and Rocky's first team foul. Couple other notes. Of course, Chloe Williams out sick tonight for the Yellow Jackets, and she's that sort of instant offense / defense player for MSUB. Yellow Jackets also without two team leaders. Taryn Shelley still injured. They're hoping to get her back sometime after Christmas. That big presence inside. And Danny Zahn, the point guard, that senior leader, doing a terrific job there for MSU Billings. She's been out after that knee injury she suffered last season. Lots of rehab on that. They're hoping to have her back maybe later this month. She just got approval earlier this week, in fact, to start practicing at a better pace. Battling Bears inbound the ball, trailing by 5, 5-0. 7:43 left in the opening quarter here at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Dribble drive there, inside, defended well. Rebound, Nelson, ahead to Giese, finds Kunkel. Layup off the glass and good. A quick 7-0 start for MSU Billings tonight. Wes Keller wants a timeout just moments into the game. 7 minutes, 28 seconds left. They'll take a full timeout with the Yellow Jackets leading 7-0. Back out of the timeout. Batlin Bears will inbound under their own basket, trailing 7-0 with 7 minutes, 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Division II women's basketball, by the way, has 2 national polls. The Yellow Jackets are ranked 16th in one of those and receiving votes in the coaches poll. Coaches poll a little bit more prestigious, of course. Polls are always a good time to look at, but it doesn't matter where you're at the start of the season, it's where you finish at the end of every season. So here they go on the inbound. Rocky chasing its first points of the game. Buell up court, over to Detman, now to the outside. Gracie Leckvold, guarded by Carrie Ann Kunkel, thinks about it, drives, nowhere to go, fires back up top, and they'll reset the offense. Detman now with it. Chloe Thatcher can hit the 3, and she got it. Rockies on the board with their first 3 points of the game. She shot 76 threes entering tonight's game and doing it at a pretty good clip. 7-3, MSU Billings now. This is a fun matchup we may see tonight. 14 on 14. Those are the 2 Scobie former teammates. They played together at Scobie High School, did very well there. Gracie Leckvold and Courtney Nelson. They had some fun one-on-one battles, they said, in practice, told us earlier this week, and said that, yeah, it got heated every once in a while. As the Batlin Bears score yet again, they're back on the board with a quick 5-0 run. That was Dominique Stevens, the sophomore from New Zealand. Boyce with it now for MSUB. Giese cutting inside, wasn't there. Kunkel to Nelson, gets the better of her former teammate, kicks it back outside to Carrie Ann Kunkel. Natalie Andreas thinks about it, steps into it, knocks down the 3. 10-5, MSUB over Rocky, 5:55 left here in the opening quarter. Buell, defended by Giese. Detman, over to Thatcher. She'll pop another 3. Off the front rim and rebounded by Deani Boyce. Here come the Yellow Jackets with a 10-5 lead. Bounce pass inside to Carrie Ann Kunkel. Back outside to Andreas again. She's hard off the back rim. That one's rebounded by Detman. Here comes Thatcher with it. Hard to the basket, looks inside. There's a quick foul called as she was attempting to get it to Stevens. Aspen Giese's first foul. So we see a couple substitutions into the game. Skylar Patton for MSU Billings and the Portland State transfer Morgan Baird, number 44 for Rocky. Just a sophomore eligibility-wise. And the inbound is to Baird, now to Thatcher. Leckvold, guarded by Giese. Now Buell inside, Thatcher, Baird. Basket's good. Great ball movement there by Rocky Mountain College as they cut it back to a 3-point game, 10-7. We're now under 5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Almost stolen away. Giese controls it. Both teams averaging about 70 points a game, so we'll see how this one fares tonight. Baird picks up her first foul just seconds into the game. Skylar Patton will go to the free throw line. Mentioned Wes Keller in his 8th season now for Rocky Mountain College, coming off, boy, a historic season, setting records left and right last year with the Batlin Bears. They won the regular season championship in the Frontier Conference. They won the Frontier Conference championship in their tournament, and then, of course, they rolled on into the Elite Eight. An Elite Eight season for Rocky just a year ago. MSUB controlling it now with an 11-7 lead, 4.5 left to play. Detman up top for Rocky. Baird posting up inside, spin move, off glass, and that's good. 4 quick points for Morgan Baird, and it's a 2-point game, 11-9 MSUB. Skylar Patton now sets up MSUB's half-court offense. Look inside to Boyce, driving against Baird, off the glass, no good, but oh boy, a quick second foul now for Morgan Baird, and she only entered about 1:30 ago. So we'll see what Wes Keller chooses to do there. Bailey Saylor now in to get some minutes for MSUB, giving Courtney Nelson a rest. Deani Boyce at the free throw line. First one up and good. Rocky with 3 team fouls, MSUB with 1. 4:08 left here in the first quarter. Second free throw good. 13-9 Yellow Jackets. Buell across midcourt. Detman. Chloe Nelson back to Baird. She stays in the game with 2 first quarter fouls. Sets a screen here for Thatcher. Driving on Giese. Backs her way down. Nice bounce pass. Buell in traffic. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Aspen Giese. Now poked away by Buell, and she's all alone heading toward the basket. That one's up and good. 13-11. Rocky back to within 2 as we approach the 3.5-minute mark here in the first quarter at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Thursday night women's college basketball. Second meeting of the season between these two. Yellow Jackets took the first one at Rocky. Patton up top to Boyce. Inside, crawls over the front of the rim, and it's a 15-11 lead, MSUB. Buell brings it back up to Detman. Thatcher. Back to Baird. Buell. Defended by Patton. Off the switch. Can't hit the 3. Bailey Saylor rebounds it. And the Yellow Jackets run now. Skylar Patton dumps it off to Deani Boyce. Nice pump fake. 3 ball off front rim. Rebounded by the Battling Bears. And they'll push it. Gracie Leckbold controlling. Underneath. Tried to get it to Baird. No good. Boyce steals it away. 15-11, MSU Billings over Rocky. Just under 2.5 left to play here in the first period. Both coaches out barking instructions to their players. Patton looks inside for Carrie Ann Kunkel. Pump fake. Detman tips it away, and she'll be whistled for the foul. I believe that'll be her first of the game. 4th team foul for Rocky, and it's another shooting foul for MSUB as she was in the act. Both teams with multiple subs back into the game now.
In the game for the Jackets, Carrie Ann Kunkel on the line shooting 2.
Two minutes, 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter of play as the second free throw's up, and that one's good. 16-11, MSU Billings on top here at home. Kunkel takes a break. Natalie Andrea subs in for her. Ileana Moran now with the basketball. She's into the game, up top, driving. Kicks it outside. Pump fake there. Back out, inside to Baird. She's got position if she wants it, and spins off the glass, plus the foul, and a 3-point opportunity for the Battling Bears. Morgan Baird leading everybody if she can hit this free throw. She's got 6 points now in the game. This would make it 7. Rocky within 3. It's 16-13 at the moment, and make it 2. 16-14. Rocky trailing by 2 with under 2 minutes to play here. Some full court pressure put on by Rocky. Patton now handles up top to Saylor. Inside to Andreas, nearly poked away. Madeline Hagum inside from Winifred. Stops and pops from the baseline. That basket's good for the freshman. 18-14 MSUB. Minute 30 left here in the opening quarter. Moran with it as they swing it around outside. Parnell inside to Baird, who goes off glass again, but she's knocked down, so she'll go back to the free throw line. Morgan Baird already with 7 points here in the first quarter. Deani Boyce leading MSUB with 7. Kunkel back into the game. Hegum gets a rest after popping a big baseline jump shot to spark the Yellow Jacket offense. Baird at the free throw line for a pair. Lefty, up and good. Again, we mentioned she's a Portland State transfer, so a big acquisition there for Wes Keller, and only a sophomore eligibility-wise. Second free throw up and good. It's 9 points now. She's the game's leading scorer. But again, with 2 quick fouls already here in the first quarter. We'll see how that plays out if the Yellow Jackets go after her. Full court press now by Rocky, within 2, trailing 18-16. Natalie Andreas across midcourt. That one's tipped away by Leckvold. They say it's out of bounds off Leckvold's finger. Check it, not Leckvold, but rather Taylor Stevens. Possession stays with MSUB leading 18-16. Approaching the 1-minute mark here in the first quarter. Great game thus far. Yellow Jackets on top. Haven't trailed yet tonight. Basket no good. Rebound Andrea. She puts it back up and in. 2016 MSU Billings on its home court right now. Rocky trying to cut back into it. Back inside to Baird. She's their bread and butter tonight. She'll pound away down low. Tough shot. No good, and rebounded by Bailey Saylor. Here comes Nelson across midcourt. Yellow Jackets set up the half court, leading by 3. Saylor inside off the backboard. Corralled by Baird. Just about a 1-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, so Rocky looks like Fallon Bears will run it down for what possibly could be the final shot of the quarter. Trailing 20-16, we're inside 15 seconds. Here we go, Chloe Thatcher. Swings it around outside. Baird trying to post up inside. Instead, it's Moran off the front rim, and that'll do it for the first quarter. 20-16, MSU Billings on top of Rocky, and a good one. Each of them averaging about 70 points a game as we head to the second quarter in just a moment.
Welcome to all the Stockton Bank employees, families, and friends that are here tonight. Thank you for being excellent partners of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Fans, don't forget you can pick up a game program in the lobby for just $5. And while you're out there, be sure to visit the table where the MSUB Student Athlete Advisory Committee is selling 50-50 tickets. Take a chance and go home with half the car. All right, fans.
Back at Alterowitz Gym on the campus of MSU Billings for second quarter action as Yellow Jackets lead it 20-16. Again, our online scoring out of business tonight, out of service, so do our best to keep you updated. Yellow Jackets with the basketball out of the timeout. Nelson fouled. That'll be the first team foul on Rocky this quarter. Just 11 seconds expired. Foul on Parnell, her first. Difference in this one to this point is rebounding. Yellow Jackets out rebounding Rocky 11-5. Boyce inside, defended well. Skylar Patton drives baseline. Kicks it back out to Carrie Ann Kunkel. That's the leading Yellow Jacket scorer, she and Deani Boyce. Averaging about 12 a game. Boyce inside left hand, won't go, tipped around and hauled in by the Battling Bears, Dominic Stevens. Parnell brings it up court, finds Detman to Thatcher. She's bumped, no call. Nelson defending her. There's nowhere to go, and it's another long three. That misses everything off the fingers of Moran. Carrie Ann Kunkel feels like she had possession inside. Did for a moment anyway. Ball tipped away. And here comes Ileana Moran with it. Where will she go? Chloe Thatcher, a dangerous three-point shooter for Rocky. Battling Bears go inside off the glass. That one's no good. Rebound Nelson. Courtney Nelson brings it up court. (20-16), MSU Billings on top. Neither team has scored yet here in the second quarter. We're a minute and a half in. 8:30 remaining before halftime. Courtney Nelson. Shot clock's now at 9, 8. Giese, no good off the mark. Rebound, Deani Boyce. Fresh shot clock. It doesn't matter. Courtney Nelson fires. That's off the back rim and out of bounds, but I believe they're going to call a foul underneath on Chloe Thatcher. Thatcher picks up the foul there, so the ball remains with MSUB, and that's her second to the game. Thatcher and Morgan Baird each with 2 personal fouls here in the first half. Baird sitting at the moment. She's their leading scorer. In fact, the game's leading scorer with 9. Yellow Jackets set it up again. Deani Boyce can score from anywhere. Caitlin Grossman now into the game for MSUB. Patton finds a lane, goes off the glass, scores at lefty, and it's the largest lead of the game for MSUB right now at 22-16, just under 8 minutes to play. Thatcher with it. Screen set by Detman. Thatcher wants to answer the other way. She's fouled, headed to the rim. She'll go to the free throw line for a pair.
Fouls number 14, Courtney Nelson.
Courtney Nelson picks up the foul there. Rocky with 2 team fouls. MSUB with just 1. That's Nelson's first. Thatcher with 5 points. You can make it 6. Check it 3. Now 4. She can make it 5 with a free throw here. Bears trying to cut into a 22-17 deficit. Off the front rim, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds, and they say for a minute it'll go to the MSUB Yellow Jackets, but now they changed the call. Say tipped out by the Jackets, and it'll stay with Rocky. Here comes the inbound. They'll go all the way out. They keep it on the left side. Buell with it. Finds Thatcher outside. They'll go back outside to Thatcher. Thought about the 3, at least faked it for a moment. Shot clock now at 2 seconds, and they'll call a travel. Turnover there by Dominique Stevens. Yellow Jackets pick up the ball. 22-17, MSUB in front on Rocky Mountain College. This is take 2 of this series this season. They played the first one very early on over at Rocky inside the Fortin Center. Yellow Jackets won that by 9. Nelson with it now. Defended by Leckvold. Giese loses Thatcher and hits the free throw jump shot. Pretty shot by Aspen Giese after a nice move, and it's 24-17 Yellow Jackets. Their largest lead of the game now at 7. Stepping up the defense, MSUB. Here comes Leckvold to the basket. She scores. Glides home. Nelson was there trying to defend late, but Leckvold picks it up. Rocky back within 5 at 24-19. Coming up on 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Skylar Patton step back, almost tried to shoot it. Could have traveled, kept that foot down on the ground. She will fire this 3, no good. And the rebound to Rocky. They're going to call a foul on Nelson. I believe that'll be her second as Kai Buell hits the deck. Frustration foul there for Nelson.
Natalie Andreas and Marianne Kunkel in for the Jackets.
Andreas Kunkel and Bailey Saylor all subbing in now for MSUB. Rocky doing a good job of keeping this close with Morgan Baird on the bench. She leads everybody in this game with 9 points, all of them in the first period. Bears down 5, trying to cut into it. Leckvold to Stevens. Thatcher with it now. Nice screen there. Thatcher driving inside. Hand in her face and scores. Fading away. Chloe Thatcher with 6 points. Rocky back to within 3. The other way. A fast pace. No good by Andreas. And here come the Battling Bears. Under 6 minutes to play now. Thatcher fakes the pass, then fires, finds Leckvold. That's tipped around and corralled by the Yellow Jackets. Coming up on 5.5 left before halftime. 24-21, MSU Billings, the home team, in front of Rocky Mountain College. Looking for more. Carrie Ann Kunkel tied up, rips it away, keeps her dribble. Finds Bailey Saylor, shot clock down to 6-5. She's got to get rid of it. 2 seconds. Giese fires at the shot clock buzzer off the front rim. Thatcher brings it back the other way in transition. Trailing by 3. Leckvold fires a 3 for the tie and gets it. Sophie Leckvold ties it at 24, and Rocky has erased a 7-point deficit just like that. Under 5 minutes to play now in the opening half. Giese with it. Boyce up top. Kunkel flashes into the lane. They didn't see it. Andreas driving now, back out to Kunkel. She can hit the 3. 5 seconds now on the shot clock. She'll have to do something with it. Outside, Andreas, high arcing 3 off the backboard and glass, but rebounded by MSUB. It did hit glass and backboard. Glass and backboard, same thing. Rim and backboard, because it hit the rim, the shot clock resets. Morgan Baird checks back into the game for Rocky Mountain College, and we'll have our media timeout with 4:27 left. A good one here at Alterowitz Gymnasium. MSU Billings 24, Rocky Mountain College 24.
Billings Tech Guys, your locally owned and operated technology headquarters. From smartphones to smart homes, they cover it all. Visit their store location at 2341 Broadwater Avenue. For all your tech needs, think Billings Tech Guys. Also new this year, fans, is Wendy's Buckets for Biscuits. For all home games, if the Jackets score 72 points or more, you'll get a free bacon or sausage, egg and cheese biscuit with a purchase from Wendy's. No coupon necessary. Just head to any Wendy's during breakfast hours in the next 48 hours and mention Buckets for Biscuits to get your free biscuit.
Welcome back to Alterowitz Gymnasium, where we have a tie game between crosstown rivals. Rocky Mountain College, MSU Billings, tied at 24. Yellow Jackets led at 24-17. That 7-point lead, their largest of the game. They have not trailed yet. Nelson inbounds to Skylar Patton, who knifes her way into the lane. She crawls around the rim. That's no good. Rebound Moran. Here come the Bears. They can take their first lead of the game tonight. We are approaching the 4-minute mark here before halftime. Gracie Leckvold handling, defended by Nelson, the former Scobie teammates. Mackenzie Detman. Going to be a foul call inside. I think they're going to get Kunkel trying to battle Morgan Baird. It is on Kunkel, and that's her first of the night. Yellow Jackets' third team foul. Rocky with only 2. They'll dump it back to half court. Gracie Leckvold sets up the offense. Finds Moran. Ileana over to Leckvold. Driving. Kicks it back out to Ileana Moran. Got the 3-pointer. And it's a 10-0 run for Rocky Mountain College. Bears with their first lead of the game at 27-24. 3:40 left to play here in the first half. Yellow Jackets looking for any kind of offense at this point. They've gone ice cold here in the last couple of minutes. Kunkel driving, no good. Baird with the rebound. Buell with it, defended by Boyce. Buell spins in the lane, thinks better of it. Leckvold, not afraid to fire a 3. Can't get that one, rebounded by Courtney Nelson. 27-24, Rocky in front of MSUB. On the campus of MSU Billings, inside Alterowitz Gymnasium. That one's ripped away. Leckvold takes it from Courtney Nelson. If you missed it earlier, they had some great one-on-one battles as teammates up in Scobie, way up there near Canada. And now they're defending one another, choosing both to wear the number 14. Kind of a cool deal there, and they're going to call a travel on Ileana Moran, so that's a turnover for Rocky, possession to MSUB. Yellow Jackets trailing by 3, 27-24. 18-12 right now. Patton defends 18-12 right now. Patton defended by Moran. Leckvold on Nelson. Crossover. Nelson, another cross. Finds a way to get that to drop. Circa shot twisting in the lane. Courtney Nelson cuts the deficit to 1. Rocky leads it 27-26. Under 2.5 to play before halftime. Baird sets the screen, then flashes toward the basket. Nice spin move there, the other way for Rocky. Off the mark. Here comes Nelson. In transition. Could have dumped it off to Deani Boyce. Finds Skylar Patton instead. No good. Hard off the back rim. Rebound. Gracie Leckvold, and they'll run. Taken away by Giese at midcourt. She's defended. Patton open now. Drives past Baird. Finds the baseline. Kicks it outside to Giese. That three's good. Yellow Jackets back in front. 29-27. Punch, counter punch between the Yellow Jackets and Batlin Bears. Rocky had built a 10-0 run prior to the last 5 points scored by MSUB. Minute and a half left before halftime. Moran with it. Screen by Baird. Mackenzie Detman's been quiet tonight offensively. Spinning inside, tries to shoot over Carrie-Ann Kunkel. It's tipped out of bounds, and they say it's off Detman's hand after the miss.
Bailey Saylor in the game for the Jackets.
Saylor re-enters for MSU Billings. Courtney Nelson will take a seat with 2 fouls. Minute 19 left in the first half. 29-27 Yellow Jackets on top of Rocky. They've answered that 10-0 Bears run with a 5-0 run of their own. Patton defended by Moran. Patton back outside to Giese, driving. Patton, 3, arcing, got it again. 32-27. Lead back to the Yellow Jackets, and Wes Keller wants a timeout. Nope, they'll just, that net gets caught up in the rim, so they unleash that. Thatcher's going to come back into the game. She'll let Moran sit down. The Yellow Jackets lead at 32-27, 59 seconds left in the opening half. Chloe Thatcher up court. Giese will defend. Baird with it outside. To Leckvold, defended by Bailey Saylor. Detman finds Baird inside. She's the game's leading scorer. I think they're going to call her for a travel, and they do. Good defense there by Carrie-Ann Kunkel, as the Yellow Jackets will regain possession with 45 seconds left. Moran now going to come back into the game as Chloe Thatcher sits down. Rebounding advantage 20-13 in favor of MSU Billings. Scoreboard lead is 5. Patton driving in traffic, no good. Moran picks it up in transition. Just about a 1 second differential between the game and shot clock, so Rocky can play for the final shot of the half, trailing by 5 as they set it up in half court. Baird, Leckvold. Baird calling for it inside, defended by Saylor. 9 seconds now as the shot clock winds down along with the game shot. Moran, they swing it around. Leckvold, pump fake, back outside. Will they get it off in time? Yes. And the basket's good. Now they're going to wave it off. Nope, they'll count the basket, and they say that's the half. Great shot there to close the half by Kai Buell for Rocky Mountain College. That draws the Bears back to within 32-29 as we head into the intermission. Don't go anywhere. Second half action on deck just about 10 minutes from now. This is take 2 between these two. Yellow Jackets won the first one on Rocky's court. Batlin Bears would love to return the favor. Well, there is actually some conversation here at midcourt. I don't know if they're going to maybe review that to see if Buell got the shot off in time. It looks like it. Or they're reviewing how much time should be put back on the game clock. And we'll see if it's even enough for Rocky, for the Yellow Jackets, I should say, to get off a shot. Got to be at least .4 to get off a catch and shoot. So as we await the replay and the official determination there, Morgan Baird, leading scorer in the game tonight with 9 points. All of those coming in the first half for Rocky. Deani Boyce with 7 for MSUB. Natalie Andreas matching that. Chloe Thatcher, 6 for Rocky, followed by Gracie Leckvold with 5. Biggest lead for the Yellow Jackets tonight has been 7. Rocky wiped that out with a 10-0 run, and let's see what well, they're going to take another look, bring in the third official. Rocky wiped out that 7-point lead with a 10-0 run, but then MSU Billings answered with its own 5-0 run. The score now at this point, if we go to the half, 32-29 MSU Billings. Again, Yellow Jacket head coach Kevin Wooden in his 19th season. If they win tonight, his Yellow Jackets would give Kevin his 300th career victory. More than any coach at MSU Billings in any sport. He locked that title down last season. Let's see what the determination is here. Each team in front of its own bench, just waiting like the rest of us. All 3 of them have seen the replay. Again, not sure whether they're debating whether the shot was good and off before the shot clock expired, or whether the shot was good and there's a little bit of time left on the game clock. They're going to say it's a shot clock violation. I believe that was the signal a moment ago. They're going to put 1.4 back on the clock for MSU Billings, and they take 2 away from Rocky. So a shot clock violation there after initially ruled a basket. We've got 1.4 left. Rocky now leading by 5, 32-27, inbounding. Long way away. Skylar Patton has it. Enough time for 1 dribble. That's not going to count if it goes. And that's your halftime score, 32-27. MSU Billings in front as we head to the break.
Please welcome to the court the Magic City Majorettes. This is a dynamic young group of talented ladies ranging in age from 5 to 11. Director Jessica Lauk has been directing young girls in baton twirling since high school. Team's mission is to improve self-confidence, foster cardiovascular fitness, and hand and eye coordination, while blessing the community of Billings with nostalgia for an old age sport, baton twirling. They practice periodically throughout the year in preparation for various community events. Most recently, they were awarded first place in the performing category of the Downtown Billings Holiday Parade and the Laurel 4th of July Parade. Show them your appreciation tonight by cheering on their hard work, and follow them on Facebook at MC Majorettes and look for them at the 2023 St. Patrick's Day Parade. Without further ado, welcome the Magic City Majorettes. Great job, ladies and gents.
Welcome back for the start of the second half at Altero's Gymnasium on a Thursday night. Crosstown basketball action between Rocky Mountain College, the visitors, and the hometown Yellow Jackets of MSUB. Interesting end to that first half. If you missed it, Kai Buell scored a twisting baseline shot as the shot clock expired. Officials originally counted it, and that drew Rocky back to within 3 points. After all three of them looked at the replay, they decided no, the basket was not good, did not beat the shot clock, so they waved it off, took Rocky points off the board, put 1.4 seconds back on, and the Yellow Jackets could not score there with a near half-court shot. So, at the half, MSU Billings 32, Rocky 27. Two very evenly matched teams, both scoring about 70 points a season. Battling Bears come in here with a 6-3 record. Most recently, a couple of conference wins. A week ago tonight, 59-42 over Montana Tech. That was on the road. And then just Saturday versus Providence at home, Rocky had a pretty good lead in that game and then had to hold off furious Providence rally to win at 48-46. MSUB's women, 8-1, coming off 4 straight wins up in Alaska. They spent 10 days in Alaska, did the Yellow Jackets. Glad to be back home for intercity basketball action tonight. First shot attempt, Mackenzie Detman, who's been quiet tonight, off the rim. Courtney Nelson walks it up the court. 32-27 Yellow Jackets, just underway in the third quarter. Inside, Deani Boyce, they say she was hugged. That foul going to be whistled on Kai Buell.
Foul number 13, Kai Buell.
First team foul for Rocky. And the first personal foul for Buell. Shot clock resets to 20. Boyce with it now to Carrie Ann Kunkel. Natalie Andreas on the mark. Opens the second half with a 3-point bomb, and that gives MSUB a 35-27 lead. That's 8 points. It's the biggest tonight for MSU Billings. Rocky's only lead was by 3. They held it for a couple of minutes, and that was about it. Bears now looking to get back after it. Buell defended by Nelson. Andreas comes over to help. Nelson gets back. Cross-court pass. Gracie Leckvold trying to answer with 3, and she got it. Stop the clock for a moment. Unwind the net, but the three-pointer is good by Leckvold. 35-30. MSU Billings on top. We're under 9 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Nelson walks it up court. Defended by Leckvold. Deani Boyce. Andreas looking for another one. Got it! Back-to-back threes for Natalie Andreas and a 38-30 lead for the Yellow Jackets. And MSUB will now look for a stop. Bears set it up in the half court. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Leckvold looked like she had an open lane, then it was cut off. Chloe Thatcher inside to Mackenzie Detman. Had a quiet night offensively, but those two are good. 38-32. Rocky back to within 6. Nelson, slow pace up court. Aspen Giese. How about 3 straight threes to start the third quarter for MSU Billings? 9-point lead, largest of the game for the Yellow Jackets. 41-39 with 7.5 left in the third quarter. Thursday night action from MSU Billings, deflected away by Giese. Chloe Thatcher corrals it, 15 on the shot clock. Bears have to reset the offense. Screen there for Thatcher. Leckvold with it, 5 on the shot clock. She fires a 3, that's no good. Rebound Andreas, and she'll push it up tempo. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Nelson thought about it, looks inside, Kunkel with room, no good. Rebound, Detman. Here comes Rocky, trailing by 9. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Gracie Leckvold inside, defended by Boyce. Buell to Detman. Thatcher. Screen set for Chloe Thatcher. She dumps it back inside on the give and go, but no, it's not there. Outside shot 3, Buell, no good. Rebound, Deani Boyce. Yellow Jackets with a 9-point lead on their own court. 6:40 to play here in the third quarter. MSUB firing and connecting on 3 straight threes to open the period. Bounce inside. They're going to call the foul, I believe, on Kai Buell. And that's her second. Second team foul for Rocky. We'll see some substitutions here. Buell gets a rest now. 2 fouls for Buell, 2 for Chloe Thatcher, and 2 for Morgan Baird. Natalie Andreas is the game's leading scorer for MSU Billings. She's got 13 points tonight. Baird with 9 for Rocky, all of them in the first quarter. Skylar Patton to the lane, fires, no good, as she was looking for the pass attempt to Caitlin Grossman. Turnover for MSUB. And a pretty clean game both ways in terms of turnovers tonight. 7 for Rocky, 4 for the Yellow Jackets. 3-pointer off the mark, rebounded, Courtney Nelson. Yellow Jackets protecting a 9-point lead, their largest of the game, with under 6 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Nelson, guarded by Leckvold. Puts it up, can't get the roll, but the foul call is there. So Courtney Nelson will go to the free throw line, and the foul going to be called on Gracie Leckvold. Again, terrific story for those two. We mentioned it a couple of times in the first half, but if you're joining us late, Courtney Nelson at the free throw line and Gracie Leckvold, each number 14, played together at Scobie High School. Won a lot of games up there and some trophies. Battled each other one-on-one. Then went separate ways to separate colleges here in Billings. Nelson hits both. It's a 43-32 lead, double digits now for the Yellow Jackets. 5:40 left in the game. First time they played was at the Fortin Center. Yellow Jackets won it by 9. Rocky trying to even the score. They'll have to climb out of a double-digit hole. That shot blocked by Giese. It was a 3-point attempt for Chloe Thatcher. Giese blocks it and picks up her own rebound. Deani Boyce nowhere to go, so she'll dribble toward the basket. Looking for help, finds Nelson. Nearly poked away. Nelson feeling it. Off the glass and in. Courtney Nelson playing good basketball with 4 straight points for the Yellow Jackets, who now have a 13-point lead. And Wes Keller wants a timeout. His team trailing 45-32 with 4:56 left in the third quarter.
Yellow Jacket Athletics event tickets are now available online at msubsports.com/tickets or by downloading the Hometown Tickets fan app on your mobile device. And remember, if you can't join us in Altero's gym, you can watch all the Yellow Jacket basketball home live action by visiting msubsports.com and clicking the Watch Live links. Check msubsports.com for a full schedule of all upcoming events for the 2022-23 season.
Welcome back to Alterowitz Gymnasium. MSU Billings and Rocky. Yellow Jackets in white with a 13-point lead. Bears out of a timeout trying to cut into it. Gracie Leckvold driving to the basket. That one's up and in and out. Rebound, Caitlin Grossman. Yellow Jackets will push it in transition, then pull it back out. 13-point lead, the largest of the game for either team. Rocky's lead only 3 points for about 2.5 minutes late in the first half. That after they built a 10-0 run, only to watch the Yellow Jackets answer with a 5-0 run to regain the lead. Carrie Ann Conkle and off the mark three, rebounded by Giese, back to Conkle. Free throw line, debating it. Takes it to the basket, that's no good. Tipped by Caitlin Grossman and rebounded by Mackenzie Detman. Chloe Thatcher now to the lane, throws it up, that's no good. Off the fingertips, it'll stay. Now it'll go to MSU Billings. Wes Keller asking for a push there. He's not going to get it. We have another timeout now with 4:06 to play here in the third quarter. MSUB nursing a 13-point lead. Leading scorers tonight, Natalie Andreas with 13 for the Yellow Jackets. Aspen Giese has 8 for MSUB. Deani Boyce 7. Morgan Baird 9 points for Rocky, followed by Gracie Leckvold with 8. Chloe Thatcher with 6. And both these teams averaging 70 points a game. And Rocky held to just 32 at this point. MSUB's only loss this season was right here at home to Black Hill State a couple weeks ago, November 22nd. Yellow Jackets led the majority of the game, then drenched ice cold in the fourth quarter. Black Hill State beat them 60-51. After that, the Yellow Jackets took off on a 4-game road trip to Alaska where they won all 4. Spent the week up there, about almost 2 weeks, 10 days in Alaska at the end of November and into December. Then to boot, their flight was canceled on the way out of town on the final day, so they spent another day in Alaska before returning to Billings here just last weekend. Rocky coming off back-to-back conference wins over Montana Tech on the road and at home over Providence on Saturday. Back to game action now. 4 minutes left in the third. Skylar Patton brings it up for MSU Billings. They'll set the half-court offense. Nelson to Giese. 3 guards in the game right now. Carrie Ann Conkle inside. Spin move. They'll wave it off. Going to call it on the floor before the shot.
Number 33, Mackenzie Detman.
Fouls on Mackenzie Detman. Her second. Several Bears with 2 fouls. Nobody really in foul trouble tonight. I don't think anybody for either team has 3. Boyce. Conkle looking for it, calling for it, and there's a whistle away from the ball on Skylar Patton. So that's a turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Rocky now trying to cut into that 13-point deficit. 3:45 left in the third. Gracie Leckvold. Morgan Baird now into the game for Rocky. Their leading scorer tonight. Chloe Thatcher says, "I'll handle it." Knocks down a 3, and it's a 10-point game. She'll hit that from anywhere. Thatcher, coming into this game, had attempted 76 three-pointers this season. Deani Boyce in traffic. Expected Conkle to give and go there. There was no go, and here comes Thatcher. Fighting off Giese. Leckvold now with it, guarded by Courtney Nelson. Conkle steps in to help. Thatcher thought about another deep 3, passed it up. Baird, screen and roll. They didn't get it back to her. Mackenzie Detman, no good. Short iron, rebound by Courtney Nelson. Nelson's a good player for the Yellow Jackets. She can score, she can rebound, and she took 35 charges last season. That led the team. Had to be close to top in the league as well. 35 charges. Boyce, spin move inside, lefty layup around Baird, and it falls. 47-35, Yellow Jackets. Under 2.5 to play in the third. Thatcher with it. Driving, kicks it. Tapped away. Here comes Patton. It's a 3-on-3. She takes it to the lane, gives it up to Boyce, cutting. Well defended. Basket no good there. Good defense by Rocky, but the rebound back to MSUB. 15 seconds now on the shot clock. Skylar Patton handling up top. Takes it into traffic. Baird there to defend. Didn't have to do much. Patton off the mark. And here comes Leckvold for Rocky, trailing by 12. Long ball. No good, off the mark. Rebound, Deani Boyce. Taylor Stevens misfiring on that shot attempt, and the Yellow Jackets are in no hurry with that 12-point lead. Kevin Wooden trying to collect win number 300 in his Yellow Jacket career. Aspen Giese from deep. That hits nothing. Rebound, Carrie Ann Kunkel, and the foul call. Is on Gracie Leckvold. A couple substitutions for both teams right now as Leckvold takes a seat on Rocky's bench. They could use Baird to heat up again. She again leads Rocky tonight with 9 points at this point, all of them coming in the first half, but she is a force inside, the Portland State transfer. Just a sophomore eligibility-wise as Kunkel hits the first. Morgan Baird, number 44, big presence inside. Hasn't played a ton tonight. Both free throws good, and it's a 14-point lead for MSU Billings, their largest of the night, 49-35. Just over a minute left here in the third quarter at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Thursday night women's college basketball. Thatcher driving, lost control, picked up by Boyce, and here comes MSUB. Boyce inside to Andrea. She started the quarter hot with back-to-back threes and rolls in another one. Friendly bounce there, and a 16-point lead now for the Yellow Jackets here at home. Ileana Moran handling up top for Rocky. Looking for any sort of offense. Down 16, they go to Baird. We called for it a moment ago, and they get it inside to her. Instant offense for Morgan Baird. She has 11. Nelson across half court. Just 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Yellow Jackets can play for the final shot. Nelson driving, bounce pass to Saylor. Up, off the rim. One more shot. No good. Misses everything, but a big quarter for MSU Billings, outscoring Rocky 19-10 and beefing its lead to 51-37. Yellow Jackets with a 16-point lead, 1 quarter a win. Away, I should say, from Kevin Wooden's 300th victory.
Person who holds 770-757. 770-757. If you're tonight's winner, please come down to the scorer's table to collect your prize. Fans, be sure to join us back here in Alterowitz Gym on Saturday for a doubleheader where your Yellow Jacket women face MSU Northern and the men square up against Rocky. Visit MSUBsports.com for game times and tickets. Once more, that number is 770-757. I have your money right here.
Welcome back to Alterowitz Gym as we open the fourth quarter on a college basketball Thursday night. MSUB with a 16-point lead as we are underway in the fourth. Rebounding the big difference in this one. Yellow Jackets nearly doubling up Rocky, 33-17 through 3 quarters. Jackets move it around. Baseline foul. That's the first of the quarter for Rocky. Yellow Jackets will inbound. Foul called there on Tynesha Parnell. That's her second. 51-37, MSU Billings, fourth quarter at Alterowitz Gymnasium. Bailey Saylor driving. Defended well inside, bounce past Deani Boyce. That bounces away, collected by Gracie Leckvold. And here comes Rocky, needing points in a hurry. On the break, Leckvold, outside. Inside, Bear's been a tough force for them tonight. Can't get that one to fall, but does draw the foul. So Morgan Baird back to the free throw line. Rocky's leading scorer with 11. Just a sophomore, transfer from Portland State. First one's good. Rocky entering this one with a 6-3 record. Yellow Jackets are 8-1. Their only home court loss to Black Hills State a couple weeks ago. Baird knocks them both down. It's 13 points for Morgan Baird tonight as she leads Rocky and draws the Bears back to within 12 points, 51-39. Yellow Jackets will burn some clock here. Andreas, don't think she's missed in the third quarter. See if she stays hot in the fourth. Nelson finds a little bit of space. Shot clock at 5. Here comes Boyce in traffic behind her head. Somehow gets it to fall. Wow, Deani Boyce. Yellow Jacket lead back to 14. Boyce now with 9 points. Andreas leading MSUB with 15, and she leads everybody with 15. Off the mark there, Moran. Here come the Yellow Jackets in white. Under 8.5 to play in this one. Giese up top to Nelson. Moving the ball well. Andreas. Got it. She's feeling it tonight. 17 points now for Natalie Andreas. And this is a deep MSU Billings team. They can get scoring from almost anybody on any night. Quick foul there called as Moran tried to drive to the basket. Foul will be whistled on Giese, but back to MSU Billings. They're deep, and again, they're missing senior Taryn Shelley in the middle, who they expect to return from a foot injury later this month, sometime after Christmas they're hoping. Just got out of the boot earlier this week. They're also missing Danielle Zahn, point guard, team leader. And Chloe Williams is out tonight. She's lost instant offense as well as instant defense. She's out with an illness. So the Jackets, a deep basketball team, finding ways to get it done. Another Rocky turnover. Leckvold looked like she got hit in the face. And Deani Boyce finds a way to score again. It's back-to-back baskets for Boyce. The first one a circuit shot behind her head. And that one defended by Baird tightly. Boyce now with 11 points as she goes to the free throw line, and an 18-point lead for Kevin Wooden's Yellow Jackets. He's sensing it. Career win number 300 at MSU Billings, the all-time wins leader. Any coach, any sport on this campus. Lead 19 now for MSUB, and a Rocky team that averages 70 points a game has been held to 39. Chloe Thatcher to Leckvold. Just a cold shooting night for Rocky. And a lot of offensive and defensive rebounds for MSU Billings as Boyce corrals it. Nelson up on top, defended by Leckvold. Shot clock at 15. Boyce looking for another circus shot. Foul is called though. She'll go to the free throw line. That's whistled on Dominique Stevens.
Number 34, Casey Horton, in for Rocky. Deani Boyce in the line, shooting 2.
Casey Horton enters for Stevens. Boyce will be at the line shooting 2. It's a 19-point lead, and it stays. Boyce has 14 points. Only player ahead of her tonight on either side, Natalie Andreas with 17. Boyce misses both, and the lead remains 58-39 MSU Billings. Playing at home, Alterowitz Gymnasium. Inside, Detman looking for some offense tonight. She's fouled. Go to the free throw line. Fouls on Carrie Ann Kunkel.
Fouls number 15, Carrie Ann Kunkel. Natalie Andreas. Also Bailey Saylor.
Kunkel's second foul tonight. Each team with 3 team fouls in this fourth quarter. 6:54 to play in this one. Detman on the line. She's been quiet tonight offensively. Got the first. Bears hit the 40-point mark. 58-40, MSU Billings. Second free throw on the way, and it crawls in. Detman hits them both, and the Yellow Jackets will bring it up quickly in transition. Skylar Patton outside to Bailey Saylor. Andreas up top. Another whistle inside. Looked like Thatcher may have been trying to defend Carrie Ann Kunkel a little too tightly. They'll whistle her for the foul. Not a shooting foul, just the fourth on Rocky's Battling Bears. 6:45 left from Alterowitz Gymnasium. Giese inbounds to Skylar Patton, 20 on the shot clock. Another whistle. This will be shooting, 1-1 at the very least. Say fouls on number 3, Ileana Moran.
Fouls number 3, Ileana Moran. Skylar Patton, line shooting 2.
They're going to give Patton 2 shots. Say that one was in the act, not on the floor. Short. Yellow Jackets suddenly ice cold from the free throw line, and that's one thing that Kevin Wooden and assistant coach Alicia Breen would love to see improve for the Yellow Jackets. Free throw shooting. If there's an Achilles for them right now, that may be it. Lead back to 18 for the Yellow Jackets. Moran dumps it off. Detman up top. Under 6.5 to play in this Thursday night affair. Crosstown between Rocky and MSU Billings. Chloe Thatcher, lots of dribbling, spins in the lane, dumps it out to Detman. In and out. There's a lid on that basket. Moran picks it up, and she breaks the lid, finds a way to score it. 2-point basket for Ileana Moran. Rocky trailing now 59-43, 6 minutes to play. Yellow Jackets shouldn't really be in a hurry to shoot with this kind of a lead. They'll back it out. Andreas to Giese, 15 on the shot clock. Fires, hits from the free throw line. Giese now with 8 points tonight. Then punch, counter punch for points here in the fourth quarter. Yellow Jackets outscoring Rocky 19-10 in the third. They had a 5-point halftime lead, did the Yellow Jackets. That third quarter busted it open, and it looks like we'll have a timeout on the floor with MSU Billings leading 61-43. 5:39 left in the game.
All right, remember fans, if the Jackets hit 72 points on the scoreboard, everyone in attendance tonight's game gets a free bacon or sausage, egg and cheese biscuit with any purchase from Wendy's. Just head to your closest Wendy's during breakfast hours in the next 48 hours and mention Buckets for Biscuits to get your free biscuit. Also, I just wanted to tell you the winner of the 50-50 is Beverly Guire, and the money that she made tonight is going toward the Polar Plunge, which is a fundraiser for Special Olympics.
Welcome back to Alterowitz Gymnasium for the final stretch tonight between MSU Billings and Rocky. Crosstown rivals take 2. Yellow Jackets won the initial game a couple months ago on the Fortin Center Court at Rocky. Full court press now by the Battling Bears. Yellow Jackets will try to break it. Nelson defended by Moran. Across midcourt, cornered, and checked. Looks like Mackenzie Detman will pick up another foul. Bears over the foul limit, the team foul limit. So Nelson goes to the free throw line for a pair. Got the first. 62-43 MSU Billings. There are two national polls in Division II women's basketball. The Yellow Jackets are ranked 16th in one of those. They're receiving votes in the other. So nationally, they're starting to become recognized this season. If they win tonight, and it's likely they will right now with a 20-point lead, 5 minutes left, they'll improve to 9-1 on the season. Many of those wins on the road, 3 in Hawaii, 4 up in Alaska. Rocky 6-3 entering this game. Detman starting to get aggressive, defended by Deani Boyce. Ball's tied up underneath, they'll call a jump, and the possession will stay with Rocky. So if you're Wes Keller at this point, trailing by 20 in the fourth quarter, you're working on situational basketball, stuff that'll help your team down the road in conference play. And of course, they had that terrific season just a year ago. Won the regular season Frontier Conference Championship, won the Frontier Conference Tournament Championship, made noise in the national tournament, and reached the Elite Eight. Keller named Coach of the Year nationally and in the Frontier Conference. We've got another tie up there. They're going to call a foul. That'll be called on Conkle, her third. And looks like they call that in the act of shooting. Just 14 fouls on MSUB. She's short off the front rim. Detman will get a second one, trailing 63-43. I mentioned both teams averaging 70 points this season. Yellow Jackets nearing it with 63. We're tied up on the ground again. There's a whistle, and it looks like it'll be a foul call against the Battling Bears.
Foul number 42,
so that'll be 2 more free throws for the Yellow Jackets as this game's come to a screeching halt, time-wise. 5:01 left and a 20-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Caitlin Grossman back in for MSUB. Bailey Saylor takes a seat. Skylar Patton at the line. First free throw in and out. Yellow Jackets haven't had much success at the free throw line tonight, at least not in the second half. 14 of 20, now 14 of 21. Rebound offensively though. Conkle with it. Back outside to Giese, finds Grossman driving to the basket. That finds its way in. Now a 22-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Under 5 minutes to play. PA announcer just mentioned if the Yellow Jackets hit 72 points, it's free breakfast biscuits for everybody in the attendance tonight at Wendy's. As Moran throws it away. Free sausage and egg biscuits at Wendy's if the Yellow Jackets reach 72 points tonight. So who's on the edge of their seats now? 4:33 left to play tonight. Skylar Patton brings it up court. Defended by Moran. Conkle comes out to set the screen, then breaks off. Grossman with it, the freshman from West High, to Giese. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Patton inside. Deani Boyce fires a three. That's no good. Rebounded by the Battling Bears. Pushing it the other way, Casey Horton. Stevens with it now. Drives hard to the basket. Back outside to Horton. 3-ball good. Big shot for Rocky Mountain College as Wes Keller takes a quick timeout. It had been a while since the Bears had scored a field goal. But Horton made sure they hit that one from outside. Full court press by the Battling Bears. Yellow Jackets break it with no trouble. Moran, another quick whistle. More free throws coming for MSUB.
Fouls on number 3, Eliana Moran. Skylar Patton at the line, shooting 2.
Patton will get a crack at 2 more free throws. Yellow Jackets 14 of 21. That one falls. Shooting just 66% tonight from the free throw line. If she gets another, Rocky shooting almost 73%. Bears 8 of 11. Moran with it. Nice move to the basket. No good. Boyce corrals it. Here comes Patton. Yellow Jackets in transition. Let's slow it down. Giese left open for the 3. She got it! Another 3-pointer for the Yellow Jackets. That's 8 tonight for MSUB. Yellow Jackets shooting over 35% tonight from three-point land. We're approaching the 3-minute mark left in this game. Yellow Jackets 70, that's right on their season average. Rocky at 46, they're also averaging about 70. Moran spins inside, nice lefty layup. Here comes Patton across midcourt to Kunkel. Grossman, as Boyce flashes inside, breaks free, underneath. Give her another one. Deani Boyce now with 16 points tonight, trailing only Natalie Andreas with 17. They're the game's 2 leading scorers. Another 3-pointer outside. Horton off the mark. Scrum forward on the ground. Patton comes away with it, and here come the Yellow Jackets. It's 3-on-3. Bears get back well on defense, and they'll slow it down, will the Yellow Jackets. Patton up top. 72-48. MSU Billings on the verge of win number 9 this season. It'll be a 9-1 record to start. Shot clock down to 10. Grossman calling forward inside. The West High freshman finds Giese cutting to the basket. Tough catch for Giese, but she does it and finishes. Quick timeout here as I think Kevin Wooden wants to get some more subs in and let his starters sit down tonight, at least the ones remaining in the lineup. 74-48. Yellow Jackets over Rocky. 1:51 left at Altero. It's Jim. Clock down to 7, breaks free, lefty layup, no good. Rebound, Caitlin Grossman. Moran nearly with another steal. Patton to the basket, tipped away. Possession stays with MSUB. 1:16 here left in front of a nice crowd at MSU Billings. These two teams will meet again in men's action Saturday night. Yellow Jacket women will be here home against MSU Northern. Bailey Saylor, catch and shoot 3. She got it. Another 3 for the Yellow Jackets tonight. They've been on fire from outside the arc. Under a minute now to play. Rocky looking for the 50-point mark. Inside, spin move, defended well. Rebounded by Grossman. Check it, that's Madeline Hegum. Andreas brings it up court. She's the game's leading scorer with 17. No good. Off the glass to Rocky. Yellow Jackets 9 of 22 3-point shooting. 9 of 22. Rocky not bad either. 6 of 19. Still though 47% to 36%. Big difference maker there and a big difference maker in the rebound column. Yellow Jackets doubling up Rocky. 42 rebounds to 21 tonight. Skylar Patton will dribble out the clock here. Likely just take the penalty and give it back to Rocky for the final seconds. There it is, shot clock violation. And Ileana Moran won't even dribble it up court, no need. There's the final horn, and there's the final score. 77-48, MSU Billings over crosstown rival Rocky Mountain College tonight. Yellow Jackets improved to 9-1 as Kevin Wooden and Wes Keller shake hands at midcourt with mutual respect for one another. Both of them great coaches with great programs. But the big story tonight, Kevin Wooden picks up career win number 300. And don't get lost on that number. That's a lot of coaching years. Career win number 300. Kevin Wooden in his 19th season here at MSUB. And he's done a lot of it with Montana basketball players. He recruits hard in the state of Montana. Each year you look at his roster and you see one after another after another. In fact, at this point early on this season, he started 5 Montana players for most of this early season. He also graduates a lot of players. Last year, the Yellow Jackets were awarded the Academic Award for the GNAC with the highest GPA in the league. The 5th time that's happened in 14 years. GPA team-wise of 3.77. That ranked him 7th in the nation out of more than 300 Division II schools. So he recruits Montana players, he graduates Montana players, and he wins with Montana players. They're also unselfish. Yellow Jackets a season ago led the GNAC in assists per game, least turnovers per game, and in rebounding. And that rebounding stat was big tonight. Again, MSU Billings rebounding. Out-rebounding, I should say. 42-21, the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College. Kevin Wooden making his way our direction. We'll hand him the headset here. Give him a microphone and see what his thoughts are on career win number 300. Got to give him a minute. All right, there he is, Coach. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Hey, congratulations. Win number 300 and against a crosstown rival.
Well, that was a good win for us. Play a lot of different people, but I thought all 9 of them that took the court today had great focus. We started a little slow, but kind of got into a rhythm there late in the second quarter, and I thought our second half was really solid. 9 of 22 3-point shooting. You guys, anybody can seemingly score from anywhere. You guys are deep. Yeah, I mean, it's just a team thing. I mean, they care about each other off the court and on the court. Excuse me. We can make that extra pass, and when you have people that can post players that can step outside and step away from the basket and score, and actually, guards that can post up, it's a fun group to coach. It's very versatile, and they will make the extra pass to each other, and we got into a nice rhythm offensively there in the second half. Well, in the second quarter, you held Rocky to 11 points. In the third quarter, you held the Bears to 10, and just 11 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, defensively, Alicia did a nice job with the scout this week, and had our players prepared. I thought in the first half, we tried a little bit of zone, and give them credit. They hit a couple shots there, and they're hard to guard in the post. They're very patient just on offense around the basket, but also just all the time. And they kind of make you guard. And I thought in the second half we guarded better, and that got some transition baskets going the other way. But give credit to Alicia and then our players for defensively stepping up second half. Well, you're always deflecting credit, and I know what your answer is going to be. I could ask the question and answer it myself for you probably, but 300 wins, I mean, don't get lost on that number. And I know you're approaching 20 seasons here, but that's a lot of wins with a lot of Montana players. Your thoughts on, boy, the last 2 decades? You know, it hasn't quite been that long, Scott. You're making me seem a little older than I am. I think this is year 19, but you got to remember we had COVID there, so really we lost one whole year. So it's really like 18, and I've just been blessed with great staffs and great players. So thank you.
Well, it's been terrific to watch, and you've done it with Montana players, and you graduate these players as well. So I'm not going to hold you up all night. I know there's a TV station down there that was waiting to interview you. We've got Aspen Giese here to visit with us, so I'll let you put the headset down. I'll take the microphone back. We'll give it to her, and you go celebrate. Career win number 300, Coach. Congratulations.
Thanks Scott. I'm really happy that you're here with us. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Kevin Wooden, they get it done. The Yellow Jackets tonight 77-48 over crosstown rival Rocky Mountain College. That earns MSU Billings the season sweep. They took the first one by 9, but convincingly tonight. Aspen Giese joins us now, and congratulations on a convincing win tonight. A 5-point game at halftime. What was the difference in the second?
I think we just came in and we settled down a little bit. You know, first game at home in a while. We just needed to hit some shots, and we came out the second half and just felt comfy and hit those shots that we needed to hit.
Well, Natalie Andreas, I think, was just on fire to start the third quarter. Back-to-back threes. Then I think she hit a layup. She led everybody tonight with 17 points. You were right there with 15. What was working for you?
Well, definitely my teammates. You know, we were really good at cutting and finding the open people, and we play so unselfishly that you know, they just kept finding me when I was open and setting screens. And so, yeah, just the unselfishness of our team, I would say, helps all of us.
How about the depth of your team? You're doing this without Taryn Shelley, without Deani Boyce, without Chloe Williams tonight, out sick.
You know, it was definitely kind of like, okay, we got to all come together. We got to all work hard. Like, anybody that steps on that court can compete just fine. And, you know, so we all just had to have that mindset of, like, we're all going to get in, and we just need to play our hardest, and that's all anybody can ask for.
Were you guys aware that this would be career win number 300 for Coach?
We were actually aware of that, which is so crazy. I can't even believe it. But, yeah, we were aware. We kind of had little things surprised. So, yeah.
Outstanding. Well, he was starting to choke up here toward the end,
yeah.
But a big win for him. And for you guys, and he does at Aspen with a lot of Montana players. He has through the years, and he graduates those players, and you're one of those players. Talk about when you were in high school. I mean, were you thinking anything but MSU Billings? Were other schools looking at you? I mean, what was your decision maker to come here?
Well, I came here solely for the purpose of, like, Kevin is such a great guy, you know, and he recruits the best people. Like, I can say with my whole heart that I love every single person on my team, and, you know, I feel like that's very rare. And so when I was getting recruited, just coming into that atmosphere, like, I knew that this place would be home, and I'm very happy with my decision.
Well, it's paying off. You guys are 9-1 this season. You've had some terrific success throughout your tenure here, and I mean, you're only a sophomore, so a lot more to come. But Kevin Wooden was a math teacher in high school. I believe you're a math major as well?
Yep.
Elementary, yeah. So right there, you guys both well aware of 300 wins tonight.
Yes.
Congratulations. Go celebrate with them, Aspen, and good luck Saturday night.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Aspen Giese, Yellow Jacket, sophomore guard with 15 points tonight as the Yellow Jackets pull off a convincing win over Rocky Mountain College, 77-48. That'll do it from Alterowitz Gymnasium on the campus of MSUB. So long. We'll see you Saturday afternoon, 4:45 against MSU Northern. The men play Rocky afterward at 7.